calling from an 801 area code. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Emma. This is Spencer in Utah. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you, Spencer?
Oh, super good. Hey, I hate to, well, I do love to do it, actually. I want to bring up Tim Poole's music again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mostly, I got the right day because Matt's on. He's a music lover. But one of the last times you brought it up, I'm a music teacher. Matt Lech, you mentioned something about falsetto being like bad singing, and I just want to point it out that falsetto, a lot of singers use that. It's a very normal thing when you have control of it.
Right.
And Tim Poole doesn't. He doesn't have that. He's just simply a bad singer.
Yeah. I just want to jump in there. Like, I agree with that. And I didn't mean to cast aspersion on all falsetto. I think Muse, I like the falsetto and Muse. James Blake is a very good user of falsetto.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's also like for people like me who have very little range when they're singing in the car, I'll need to go into falsetto pretty early in any sort of sing-along.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when you take singing lessons, you learn how to control it, and
The mid-range is the hard part, right? The mid-range is the hard part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the part where you cross over from your like normal voice to your falsetto. And then I also wanted to defend your like of Muse. You like Muse, and I hear people like crap on that, and that's dumb, man. They are a world-class band. They're really, really fabulous. You don't have to love them to recognize that they are absolutely world-class. There's a reason
I'm going to go a step further.
Popular.
I'm going to go a step further and say it's okay to like music that isn't very good. It's okay to just want to bop a little bit. Not everything has to blow your socks off.
Oh yeah.
That's my entire music catalog. I mean, music that isn't very good, but I love it.
Everything has to be like a 17-minute long prog rock anthem. You can just just relax.
See, my thing with Tim Poole isn't his voice or the talent of the musicians. Like again, I played punk rock. There was no talent. But it's the fact that like the song, like you could still put together a good song using what you have. And that song is just A, not very good. B, it's in the most corporate radio sanitized genre of music there is, divorced dad rock, when he's claiming it's not that or doesn't realize it's that. And then C, again, my biggest pet peeve with it was that you called it emo. You called it emo. It's not an emo song.
It's not
emo music is not just
emo.
Sad rock. Emo is its own specific genre.
No, he's like more like Theory of a Dead Man.
That's what I grew up with, Matt Bender. I'm an emo kid. I went all the way to Kansas City, Missouri to see the Get Up Kids' last show of
nice.
Many years ago. They got back together and quit again and got back together. That's kind of the big thing I wanted to point out. I do like the mention of it being like divorced dad rock, but it reminds me much more of like Rebecca Black. You guys remember Rebecca Black?
It's Friday, Friday.
That song hits though.
Yeah, it's a great song.
That's a better song. Purely a vanity project. I study music, I teach music, and it's his stuff. Poor Tim Poole, it's super duper bland.
Honestly, like Countess Luann's music from Real Housewives of New York, also a vanity project, has much more heart than anything that Tim Poole has put out there.
Money can't buy you class.
Can't.
That is see that's the thing though. Like, listen, you could make a catchy song and have no talent. I can't. You can't hum that Tim Poole song. There's nothing catchy about it.
There's 3 minutes of build up.
Yeah, to nothing really spectacular.
Right. At least you got to do a Muse-like drop if that's the case, right? Do I know what I'm talking about?
A guitar solo or something.
Yeah.
I think Rebecca Black's a good comparison because it does kind of sound like like if you gave a really good high school band like a recording contract and like a professional level video, well, not say professional level, but like semi-professional level music video making software. Like if you gave Craig's band on Degrassi, like when he got that music contract at the end of like one of the first seasons, like this is the kind of thing that him and Drake and Spinner were going to come up with.
Spinner.
Like I guess the tall guy in the back with the fedora spinner.
You know what? The Rebecca Black comparison doesn't work for me, though, because listen, at the end of the day, regardless, again, of how bad the video was and how bad her singing at the time was and how bad the music, the beat and everything was, at the end, they still put it all together to make a catchy song. People, we're doing it right now. Sing, we're going Friday, Friday. You can't even do that with the Tim Poole song. There's nothing. There's no hook that gets like, stuck in your head. There's no chorus that you find yourself humming. Even if you don't remember the words, you still, usually, of a song.
How could you not remember the words to Friday?
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, there you go. Right. But I mean.
All right, Spencer, thank you for your take.
Hey, thank you so much. Hey, talk about something other than football on your show.
I will.
Be good.
I will. We're only in episode 2, so I'm trying to slowly integrate other elements. Appreciate it, though.
Slow roll.
Slow roll.
It's called soccer now, though. Remember that.
Yeah, no, it is not.